Hey there, you silly little goose. What are you doing there? Welcome back to another video. I hate to be that guy, but you are decorating for fall completely wrong. And I'm here to tell you why, in like a fun, helpful, playful kind of way. And not like a demeaning, rude, your taste sucks kind of way. So let's start with the outside of the house. Problem number one, those big tall wooden boards that you put next to your door that say welcome, boo, or anything for just the holidays in general. It's a mass consumed item that you can find at the store, anywhere you go. And a lot of people try to DIY these to, in my opinion, is no avail. If I were you, these are the kinds of wooden boards that I would put out in my yard. Honestly, it invites the neighborhood in, it's a lot better, and it's just tacky enough that I think it works. Another problem I see when I'm driving around neighborhoods is people put out all these inflatable decorations in their yard. And sure, they're fun and cute. They're way too expensive. And in my opinion, they just look tacky and something where it's like, I didn't want to put a lot of thought into the holiday decorations. So I'm just going to throw money at the problem and put up these inflatable things. I mean, if I'm being honest, this guy, he's a vibe. And he can exist in this world. And it's fine that he's in your yard. But anything else, I'm just gonna have to say no, sorry about that, guys. We gotta switch it up a little bit. I just love something where it's more handmade and it looks like you spent some time with, I'm assuming you have kids, because a lot of the kids love the inflatable things. So here are a couple of options you can try that are easier and they don't have to look fantastic. The point is that you just spent some time doing it yourself. Here's kind of an idea of some simple outdoor design for the front of your house. You see that they just have some pumpkins. You can get a dog just for the holiday season. Definitely put it out there. Something fun they did, I'm pretty sure they just painted their door for the fall season. Like if you just have a door you don't really care about, paint it a fun color to match the vibe. You can also see these little cute eyeballs in these plants. I'm obsessed with these, and I already told my mom that she has to put them in her bushes or else I'm gonna disown her and never coming over again. You're gonna say like,
oh, those are tacky and like ugly or whatever.
That's not the point. The point is that you made them and you did it yourself. And maybe you did it with your kids and you're trying to bring that sense of joy that you were trying to bring with the inflatables, you know? But bring it in a little bit more silly homemade way. Also, these DIY gravestones, super easy. I made them for me and my roommates. Just put a few planks of wood together and then painted them gray. And we had a fun night making gravestones based on silly references that we made up. Also, this idea is so simple. It's like a little witch's cauldron. You just need sticks. And I'm fairly certain everybody has a tree in their yard somewhere, or you know a person with a tree. So all you need to do is get these big sticks, hang a cauldron, and then put like a little pile of fire and like an orange light. It's something cute and it's like a nice yard decoration. Make these little vignettes that people can see in your yard, beyond just the inflatables. It's a little cold out, I'm freezing, I didn't bring my coat, so let's move inside. Honestly, a lot of the problems are happening indoors, and a large portion of this video is dedicated to those. Keep watching because I'm sure some of you need this. If you like these things, you like them, but I'm just gonna try to steer you away from them and show you ways you can do what you want to do, but a little bit better. The first thing I'm gonna talk about is these wooden signs. I absolutely do not like them. There are some ways that you can incorporate fall art that are better than going to the home goods store and finding something like these cursed signs that say blessed. I mean, the gobble gobble one with the turkeys is kind of fun, a little bit funny, but we just need to change it up a little bit. What you can do instead are stuff like this, like little simple, go out and find a leaf that you like. Maybe collect leaves throughout the year from the same tree in your yard, you know? And then you can kind of frame them in glass on the wall and you have a cute little fall vignette that's something personal to you because it's a tree from your yard. Also, here's another idea. You can make like a cluster of like a few trees in your yard or some pieces from nature that really inspire you for the fall season. Just put them in a little glass mirror and go, boom, that thing goes on the wall. Better than a sign that says blessed. I don't care if you want to write blessed on this sign. Do it because it's better than that store-bought crap. Another big thing I say is timelessness. You need to stop just decorating for the season because it's a big waste of money and you're diving into consumerism at a dangerous rate if you're refreshing your house constantly, season by season, year after year, and not reusing anything. So why don't you pick up, like, go to the thrift store, find these antique paintings, like a fox, anything with like warm colors. I'm very, very into the fox vibe. You can also find any free print that you really want from like the Smithsonian website or other copyright free places that offer antique paintings like this. Get it printed out, put it in a cute frame you find at the thrift store. And that's something you can switch season by season. And instead of buying a new picture per season with the frame and everything, just get the picture printed out, you know, and then you can keep moving them. This one is so cursed. I don't know who came up with these, but I would just like to meet them, have a sit-down conversation, say, listen, I do not know what is going on in your life, but I would like to help. There are resources out there for you. It's candy corn decorations. In my opinion, you're just supposed to eat the candy corns. Don't mess around with them and make stuff like this wreath. This is awful. This one I'm gonna judge hardcore, and I'm gonna say if this is on your door right now, I really don't think that's something that should be there. Honestly, this one though, he's kind of cute. He has a secret, and you can see it in his eyes. He might be trying to plot your murder and kill you. But again, it's candy corn, and I just don't know if I could put that up on my wall. He could be my friend, but he can't live with me. And these guys, these are just adorable. You could pick these up and just put them on the shelf because, like, they're in love. Look at them. They could be friends, like platonic friends. Like maybe he's really into the other candy corn, but the other candy corn just is like doesn't like him like that, and it's kind of awkward because their hands are glued together. They're just cute. You can buy these ones. These are okay. If you really need to decorate with candy at all, I would highly recommend eat your candy corn, keep the candy corn like that. Pick up like a vintage tray like this. You can get an old like silver or pewter or even gold tray from the thrift store. There's so much silver, even glassware. I see it all the time at the thrift store. Pick that up, put it on the table right by your door, and just load that up with candy. So every time you walk in, it's like a special little treat. You're like, I've been a good boy today because I went to work and I did the bare minimum. I deserve a Reese's Pieces. And you do. That is very valid. Or even get like a ceramic tray off of Etsy. Just like cute stuff to add to your home and not cursed candy corn objects. Another problem you see is this very bright orange. It's like a toxic kind of orange. You only see it in the pumpkins, really, and nothing else. So it's like, it's an accent, if anything. So keep it with the pumpkins. Don't bring it over to the rest of your decor. Even stuff like this. This is pretty jarring. It's very like neon and in your face, or even this whole mantelpiece like this. It's just a lot of bright orange, and it can get you very excited and angry. And what we want to do is calm you down and get you cozy for the season. So like, these are some palettes that are a little bit better than that bright, scary orange. You could do like rust tones, like terracotta. Take inspiration from nature and go outside and be like, ooh, that's like a calming earth tone. Don't use this teal color. I absolutely don't like that teal color, so mark it off. Don't you dare look at that one. You can look at this one though. This one's a little calmer. It's like a charcoal gray, but it's still a little bit blue. Try to take inspiration from nature, and you're gonna be like, Ryan, there's like bright orange and bright red leaves outside right now. And to that I say, they belong out there. That's why they're out there. Don't let them inside. I think a lot of people are doing these burlap decorations, which are great. You're being creative. Love it. You're using like a natural fabric, but I think it's just overdone. Burlap can tend to look a little cheap and very homemade and crafty. Oh, yes, we make homemade crafts and DIYs on this channel all the time, but what we do is try to give it more of a eclectic, vintage, upscale look. You know, we're trying to just like elevate everything. That's the word I was looking for. Elevate this. We can do burlap, but better. I mean, look at this burlap garland. I feel like the people in this picture are saying,
Mother, why did you put burlap on the wall when the wall is also brown and the fireplace is brown? And then that picture frame is brown.
And then this girl over here is like, this one's just straight up awful. We're judging at this point. I wanted to be creative and playful and uplifting in my critiques, but this one is just no excuses. Don't do this. Here's some fabrics that are a lot better than burlap. Take natural linens. Natural linens are very beautiful. You can get the same color. You can get the frayed effect that you want. It's gonna feel a lot more authentic and just real. And that's kind of what you want. Instead of burlap, this like natural dyed, natural linen. If you want that burlappy feel, get a monk's cloth. This is the stuff they use for cross stitch. Just like dye it with tea or something, or coffee. Just stain it a little bit. You can still get those like natural woven fibers that you want, but it looks a little bit more upscale. Even beyond that, they have something called duck cloth, which is like a canvasy material. So you'll get that feeling of a burlap, and you're gonna get these natural woven feels, but it's not gonna be the fabric that everyone's using. It's gonna be something different, a a little bit more inspired. And you can always find this at like the craft store in the remnants section, like Joann Fabric or anything like that. I always see this there. Please don't buy these pillows anymore. I think there's a time and place for these fun pillows to like get you in the spirit of fall. But again, like I'm saying, they aren't timeless. They aren't a piece you can keep reusing season over season. It's not something that you want to use year over year because you're going to be like, I'm tired of this pillow that says hello fall, but also happy fall. Don't get me wrong, I love a long pillow, but I don't want to get cozy on this. It's probably going to just itch, and it's just going to be something you're going to throw onto the floor instead of cuddling up to it, because I can just tell that this pillow is not comfortable. Also, please don't go on Etsy and get a clearly photoshopped picture of someone who is just gonna say, oh, what's your family's last name? And I'll put it on this pillow. And it's not gonna look good. It's not gonna feel good. And you're not gonna feel good when you realize you spent $50 on a pillow that you could have just screen printed yourself at home. You can do the fall tones. I'm sure that's what you want. You want those oranges, the rusts, the terracottas, but get something that you can move into like the summer months or even the winter. Get like this like waffly texture. Or even look at this. You can have the fun, bright like vibes of fall, and you can really be explicitly fall with these leaf pillows, but do it in like this embroidered kind of cross-stitchy way. It's very cute, and you still get the thing of like, oh, this is my fall pillow, but it's a little more timeless and it's a little more upscale, and you're not going to hate it after a while because it doesn't say hello fall, happy fall. Fall is the reason that I feel alive, and the rest of the year I am an empty shell of a human being. That might actually be a good pillow. I would put that in my house. Also, Target sells the most amazing pillow, the Casa Luna line. It's $45. I bought this pillow and it is magnificent. This is the comfiest, coziest, most beautiful, magical, fluffiest pillow I've ever had in my life. It's the size of my torso, but it also is cute, but it fits in with the theme. So I'm not saying this one is terrible. This is just a personal vendetta I have against glitter and all things glitter. I cannot stand it because it gets everywhere and you will never get away from it. And it's that uneasy feeling that I can never escape it. And it's ever looming. And it's always following. And it's always on me. This looks okay. And if you like glitter, go for it. Great. But I think there's so many other ways to get that sparkly, shiny look in your house. Like going for this beautiful pewter. It's a very antiqued silver. You can put that with like candlesticks and stick them within your little floral arrangements on your mantle. Or even go with like a gold. Get a very shiny gold, an antique gold. Just get that metallic vibe. But if you want something very interesting and different that people aren't going to have, that still gives you that shine, is lustered things. Like a lustered raku vase. These things are beautiful. They look vintage. They look homey. They look fall. But it's something different. Or even this gold one, it's like a weird shaped vase and you're like, what is that? Blah, blah, blah. But it's shiny and it gives you that vibe of, oh my God, look at me. I'm putting glitter all over my house because I need to feel alive for once. But it's a little more subdued, toned down, and beautiful. Do you know somebody in your life who puts a bowl of just things on their coffee table? You're trying to put your feet up and you like slam your feet into it, and then these like mini pumpkins just go everywhere and you're like, whoa, I'm sorry, I spilled your mini pumpkins. And then you stand up and you step all over them and all of a sudden you're like making pumpkin pie with your feet. I don't think it's a good use of your space. If you're taking just like a bowl and putting a lot of things like pumpkins or these wooden beads just in it for an aesthetic, I just think it's not a good use of the space in general. Personally, I think coffee tables are for coasters, empty beer cans, the TV remote, maybe like a pencil, any craft you've been working on and you're too lazy to pick it up, maybe a magazine. I don't treat my house like a gallery, so I kind of use it. And if I had a bowl with like rocks in it, I would probably just slide it off my table, and then I would have a floor with an empty bowl and then rocks everywhere else. So I'm thinking like, don't do that to your space. Give yourself room to live. Why are you wasting useful space on things like that? I don't really have a solution to this one. I couldn't think of it. So my solution is just don't do it. Another thing in the interior of your house that I think could be a big problem is faux florals. Yes, you can walk into Michael's and you can see, oh my God, it's 50% off florals. Like it never is. It's never 50% off florals. It always is. That's the secret. I need to buy these right away. Linda, come here. Look. Oh my God. Yes. These acid orange flowers. We need to get these for the bouquet. Yeah, my daughter's gonna love it. It goes back to the bright orange decor, and there's just something so fake about these. Like, especially in this one, these eucalyptus leaves is just tired and done. You see them at the Hearth and Hand collection in Target all the time. So I think it's more beneficial to kind of go out of the box and find something for yourself that fits you, your space, and where you live again. So a big suggestion I have is go into your backyard and find clippings. In this photo, you can see some branches and leaves of things and maybe any flowers you'd been growing. Even if it's more fall-y, you can get these orange toned branches and just put them in a big vase. Or there's a bunch of options in here. Like, this is what I do. I have a neighbor who has like cattails growing in like this little swamp area. So you just go and clip a few, put them in a bowl, like put 3 in a vase. Over here, it's like these long, beautiful branches. You can create vignettes that are just more natural. And the fun thing is you can switch it up every week because it's gonna die anyways. So just go out and put a podcast on and clip all the little clippings, you know, and you're just outside like, yes, clipping. And then you can make a beautiful floral arrangement that's gonna be a lot less money and more personal to you. I have seen so many videos of people making DIYs of these wood block book stacks with like ribbon or twine wrapped around them where they write words on the edge of them. I don't think they look very good in general and I wouldn't put them in my home, but if this is something you really want to do, I think these are a few tips you can take to kind of elevate them and make them look better, even though I don't think they'll look good. But I'm being supportive of you, so here's an option and I'm gonna fix it for you. Oh, this one's just awful. I'm sorry. Don't do this one. I don't necessarily really like these pictures, and it's not exactly what I do, but this is the best I could find, so bear with me for a second. Find some old books from the thrift store, right? They're gonna be $1, $2 maybe if you're gonna get the hardcover ones. Take the sleeve off, make sure that the book itself looks good with the sleeve off. Get 3 that match your decor. Go ahead and wrap that twine around it, baby. If your body is just telling you that you need to wrap that twine around it, do what's natural. Take that instinct and just like run with it. So you can have that one, you can have that one, but you need these antique books. And if you really need to put your own quote on the side of them, paint the spine. You know, paint it a white, paint it a cream, paint it literally black. I don't care, whatever color. And then you can put the words on it. Then it looks a little more authentic and used and vintage. You could even water down some brown and then paint the edges of the book so the pages look a little more antiques too. Kind of give it a homey vibe. The final decoration concept that I'm going to talk about today is this cursive font. It is everywhere. It's this one. It's this one. It's this one. The blessed sign has blessed us again, but is it really a curse? It is. I know you want a sign on your wall and you're seeing all these influencers on Instagram putting these like cursive fonts that say sweater weather or I love fall or it's fall, y'all. But you're not like that. You want something different. Here are a few font examples that I absolutely love, especially for the fall time. And I'm going to give you examples of little posters. I'm going to put them in the description below. So if you want these posters, feel free to print them out and put them on your wall and send me a picture of them. Heck, maybe I'm going to do it too. The first font I want to show you is called Gilroy. It's a sans serif font. It's a little blocky. It's more display. It's thick. But it's beautiful. It's simple. It's clean. And it's not cursive. The next one is Super Clarendon, another beautiful font you can use. You can just download these off the internet. It's beautiful serif font. It's that thick. Again, it's going to be a display font, so it's great for posters. It feels warm and inviting and like fall, and you can make it say anything you want and it'll look better. You can write blessed on a piece of paper for all I care, but put it in this font. The next one is Midajin. Not really sure that pronunciation. But this one's another serif font. It's a little more round, it's a little more playful, a little more bubbly. You're like, oh my god, I'm not like other serif fonts. I'm a little different. Hi, nice to meet you. You also have Niagara Solid Condensed. Yes, the condensed version. It's a very tall font. It's another serif font. It's like half blocky, half not. It's a little hard to read, but then when you get in there, you're kind of like, that feels nice. It's a little old-timey, like westerny vibes, but I still feel like it really just gives that fall punch that you need for your wall. Finally, you've got understock. It's a little kind of like Niagara Solid, but it's like flatter and wider, so it's gonna give you more you know what I'm talking about? It still looks fall-y, and it's a good serif font that you're gonna want for your posters, whether you like it or not. That's my fall time wrap. Thank you. Use that font. Use these fonts instead of that cursed font. I don't care what you put on the wall. It can say gobble gobble, fall y'all, sweater weather. Get as basic as you want, because I love being basic, but let's just put that twist on it so we don't look like everybody else while being basic. We can't let them know we're basic. So I mean, that's really all I have for this fall time decoration. You're doing it wrong, please do this kind of vibe. I'm not trying to bully you into following what I believe. These are just my opinions on fall and just decor in general. So go ahead and put up that candy wreath. Oh my god, I couldn't even say that. Go ahead and put up that candy. Do what you want. Really, just do what you want. This is kind of a video to give you some ideas. If you want to update and create a more timeless and reusable vibe for your house beyond just a tacky pillow from Michael's. So feel free in the comments below to bully me about my opinions and everything that you think I said was wrong. That could be a very fun time for all of us. I will engage in it, so let's have an unhealthy discourse in the comments below. So let me know if you also liked any of the tips I brought up today for how to kind of take this one thing and upscale it and elevate it to a different thing. I think my favorite tip of the day was put those wooden cutouts in your yard. You're gonna get everybody over. Everyone's just gonna absolutely love that. And get those little candy corn guys. I don't really like the candy corn, but I'll accept them in my life right now. I'll do that for you. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you enjoyed today's video, I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe to my channel. That sounds awesome. Come join the silly little goose gang. Put on those notifications too if you really want to know when I upload. It's usually Tuesdays between like 5 and 6 when I get off work, because I have a day job. Anyways, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you again next week when we're doing some fall DIY decor. All right, bye.